the youth yakawanda yemu Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
a lot of us are using alcohol as a distraction. We're not really dealing with our problems, but we're using it just to numb the shit, to numb the pain, or to numb
Yeah.
whatever stress or worry you have, instead of actually dealing with my problems. One under a day keeps the evil away. One spliff a day keeps the evil away. One spliff a day.
Have you ever, like here in Zimbabwe, you ask someone, do you drink? And they say no. Have you ever seen the response, Ivan? People are always, Dara,
You will.
Dara. Like they make you
That
feel
video, oh
ridiculous
my
for not
fucking
drinking.
video, yeah,
Hey,
that chicken. How can you road dog this country?
and
Who is
who's
sober?
not drinking in this country?
Chicken
25
Dangani
better life.
Majaka Bajani Nekanisi. They gain a life.
How far you willing to go? Good Masina vibe. Good Magira vibe.
Women, we don't usually potter.
Aziz,
We always aim, but I'm not too sure
you're
about
not the
it.
ones who do the aiming.
But
You don't look at
in real life, they do.
Yeah.
No one's will aim.
And I don't believe that, personally speaking.
That should not be in the video because we're talking about crazy things.
It has terrible my suspects. We're back again.
Welcome back to another episode of How Far with the Usual Suspects. If you're new here, my name is MC Chelazela.
Right about now, this is DJ Nate. One time for the baddest. And
Two time for the realist.
why I say, let's go, mama. And in the background, this man doesn't like showing his face, but hey, this is the man of the moment. Okay, Zano, you know what time it is. Back with How Far, you know what time it is. Hey,
This is
Chelazela.
the 10th episode. Can you believe it?
Episode 10, guys.
Do you know, I feel like we honestly need to celebrate this because as a
Yeah.
podcast, being consistent, it's difficult. Being consistent is difficult.
Oh.
And 10th episode, God, that's big. It's a milestone.
Are you suggesting a celebration that includes some of the suspects?
Yes, that's exactly
Perhaps.
what I'm suggesting.
Maybe kind of a young coach, Nyana. I
Yes,
don't know,
please.
you
Yes,
know.
please.
Hey.
No, we did promise them. We did say on our 10th episode we have to do something. So, yeah, we will do something
So,
just for our people.
my suspects, expect Mabiravira. Mabiravira are coming. Otherwise, Ugira say, Charles, how are you feeling today? How's
I'm
it going?
feeling good. Can you see my skin is glowing?
Kongo, Chitudo. But guys, let's give it up for Chitudo, woman. Chitudo, we are posting status after status. Chitudo is getting gigs left, right, and center. What's the most recent performance you've done lately?
So last week Friday I was at Fire Pit. I was
yeah?
doing my Tallman in Fire Pit to host karaoke. So I'm no longer doing it at Cuba. I'm now doing it at Fire Pit, and we got the gig. So we will be doing karaoke every Friday from now on at Fire Pit. And
Fire
it's such a-
Pit!
It's such a beautiful spot. Like, it's such a beautiful venue, man. Like, yeah, you guys need to come in and check it out. And then before that, I was emceeing for Silent. Oh,
Show. What you do?
Let me just say, guys, I think, okay, number one, I definitely have to thank God because, number 10, wow.
What's
And
up,
to thank
Bakuri?
most of, because I've noticed my audience following Yangue Pama Socials Anguka, my usual suspects.
Usual suspect. That's why we count on you guys. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, now well done to you, Chelsea. You're doing so well.
Anyways,
So I don't know if you've listened to the song. It says the song for the theme song for How Far. It says, "How far are you willing to go? Kudimasina faye, Kudimadira faye. How far are you willing to go? Kudimasina faye, Kudimadira faye." Otherwise, I'm doing it right, Chelsea. As you can see, we're sitting outside. Honestly, this is what I love: the open air vibe.
The nature.
You
I
know.
also love nature.
And yeah, that's kind of the vibe. And we're drinking water today. This might give you a glimpse
Shout out
into
to Aqua Clear.
Yes, Aqua Clear's got a good chance. This is the water right here. While you're drinking your water, girl, please usazo finyama kind of guitars, my funny faces. Otherwise, all I'm saying is I don't trust you. In the end of I don't trust your word.
anyways, thank you guys. I always like to start. I feel like we always like to start the podcast just thanking people for following, for subscribing. We are still going, but I
Yeah.
know we're gonna get there. We're hoping to reach like 1,000 subscribers by the end of the day, and I know
Pretty
we will
soon.
definitely
Yeah.
reach 1,000 subscribers. So please keep following, keep subscribing, and keep giving us feedback. I have been receiving a lot of feedback.
Oh yes.
So please keep giving us feedback and collaborations. Again, I will speak on that. We are open to collaborations. We want to collaborate with the local talent, local anything Zim culture, man. That's what we are all about.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get right into our very first topic for today. Hey, sounds like a lecture.
Yeah.
Sound like a lecturer.
Oh, yeah, well, it seems
First
like today
topic.
you might actually lecture us.
Oh no! I
Today
am
we're
not
getting
here to
lectured,
lecture.
guys.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I want to kind of talk about my personal journey. So today we're going to be a bit
Tukudipisa.
vulnerable. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
tukudipisa.
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 I want to be a bit vulnerable today and be a bit personal and talk about my life. So guys, I know my usual suspects are going to ukuthi nandi mbori German tank baba. German tank.
Wangauri. Okay.
I'm no longer a German tank.
Okay.
In the name of Jesus. Hallelujah.
Okay. I've got team Scala Zagage too, but hey.
No, okay. So
All
today
right.
I want us to talk about alcohol, drugs, weed. Can I say weed?
Let's just call it marijuana.
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 Gardening.
Yeah.
Or gardening.
Marijuana.
Okay, so I just want to talk about that. I feel like semi-youth gap. I know we're tired of hearing about this, no to drugs, no to addiction, alcohol, substance abuse, and all of this. But until something changes, we're gonna keep hearing about it. And I am not coming from a place of wanting to judge people because people have different life journeys.
Yep.
And situation in life, they would change something about yourself.
Yeah, certain seasons in your life.
Exactly. And I feel like for me personally, like I think this is not the first time I've said this on this podcast. I've said it before. Last year was a really, really hard year for me. Last year I was so depressed. My mental health was just terrible. I had zero self-esteem, zero self-love, and things were really bad. But I sat down on myself and I tried to think, okay, what was the common denominator in everything? And the common denominator was substance abuse. And I'm not even going to lie, guys. And I've noticed instead of like when I'd go through something, right? I don't sit down and take time to think, okay, what is it that I'm going through? Instead, I sit down and I say, yo, what are we doing? What are we drinking? I drink, I drown myself in alcohol, and I end up doing things that I don't really want to do. You end up starting more problems for yourself. And then tomorrow, I'm now feeling worse. I was already feeling bad, but now it's worse because Damadoro and Ndaenda bhawa and I did something that I didn't want to do. Now I'm fighting. I've got a battle in my head because now I'm feeling so terrible and I'm crashing out. And sometimes it's like, yo, you just need to deal with your situation, deal with
head
on, like face things head on. And I don't know, man, what do you think? I feel like a lot of the youth yakawanda in Zimbabwe, a lot of us are using alcohol as a distraction. We're not really dealing with our problems, but we are using it just to numb the shit, to numb the pain, or to numb whatever stress or worry you have, instead of actually dealing with my problems.
Precisely. Thank you so much, Chelsea, for bringing that up. This is so, as you see, this is episode 10. In some way, it has to be special. We're not just going to be talking just about vibes. We also need to make sure that we are like our brothers' keepers, right? We're taking care of each other. The usual suspects. We need to make sure, Kuti, we understand each other. We're moving on the same wavelength. It's not a good thing for us to say that we are using this platform to speak to people and then not highlight issues that are affecting the people that we are addressing.
Exactly,
The only sensible thing is for us to then have this discourse between us and the suspects and everybody, the whole country at large. So to then dive into the question, honestly, unfortunately, in Zim, even if you pay attention, like there's Panama lyrics, there was this one Panama lyrics andoziva anoti atikwanisi kukata beer for my costs. I don't know which song it is. Adikwani Segu Kata
Beer
beer
for
for
my
my
cost.
coast. Yeah. You see, that's what a lot of Zimbabweans are like. And we always use that excuse, right? It's just like saying YOLO soon after you make like a bad decision.
Yeah.
Or just before you make bad decision.
Like, guys, you
YOLO,
only live
you only live
once.
once, then boom. What is it? So then we used such statements like Atikwanise kata beer for my cost to then justify actions like kungogara tichingotenga doro. I'm telling you, there are people vanongotenga doro for no reason at all. The way I
Yeah.
understand this is it makes sense for you to have a beverage when you're like celebrating something big.
Yeah.
How many times are we seeing people popping bottles, bottle after
For
bottle,
no
expensive bottles
reason.
for no reason? If you ask them, is there something we're celebrating? No, Trungo Drag was it just because it's another Friday. You understand? Now, look, there are other factors
Yeah.
that are happening in Zim that push people to then use alcohol as an escape, not just alcohol, other substances, marijuana, and
And
all the drugs that are
Caesar.
involved. It's the outlet that a lot of the Zimbabwean youth uses.
Yeah.
Things like therapy, that's not so popular.
It's not.
If you talk to people, you hear people say, "Atina mariage." One,
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
How many people do you know who are going to therapy?
Yeah.
Three. You also like we don't know so many places kunoitwa therapy. Honestly speaking, I don't know any places where therapy is
I'll
done.
tell you.
Okay.
I'll link you up.
Okay. I
But I
yeah.
100% agree with what you're saying.
Kuna
And
physical therapy, yeah?
physical therapy
It's
people.
not physical therapy, zvangu, bro.
Wakutona iri kupiwa massage nechibhodi nechibhedhi
I
ndotherapy vari kunida.
musana wangu plus apa vangu pakurwadza pakuita kakurwadza like apa ameno pane matherapist physical therapist
Where are we going? Where are we going?
no. Sorry guys, we're getting back on track. Yes, Chelsea.
No, but like I 100% agree, and I want people to like. I'm in no position to tell someone what to do and what not to do
Yeah.
because I'm also trying to figure out this journey and I'm also trying to figure out life. You know, we are not here to judge anyone because
Yeah.
we are also in this, like, you know, we're also, everyone is going through something. Everyone is battling a sort of an addiction. It may be
Yeah.
alcohol, it may be porn, it may be sex, it may be whatever you're addicted to, and understandable because life is not easy. But then ini guys panakarwara nakapinda mutheater kumanaka ndikaona kuti health is very important. At least take
Yeah.
care of yourself. For me, that's kind of where I'm coming from. At least take care of your health, you know. Like, I'm not gonna be here and tell you guys to not drink because I still do drink, but I'm learning how to manage it. I don't want the alcohol to manage me. I don't want the drugs to manage me. I want to manage how I'm drinking and what I'm drinking and how consistently I'm drinking. Do you
Yeah.
get that? Like,
Precisely.
right now, Dika, I mean, everyone needs a break.
Yeah.
Time and time again, you know, life gets overwhelming and you just need a breather. I totally get that, man.
Yeah.
Like, you and I, out of a lot of people, we understand, bro, how hard life can be. You know, you guys name to know that she MC life yakanaka noti kuneki mari zvekudaro. No, I'm still trying to make $1 out of 15 cents.
Exactly.
Yo. You know, I'm still trying to put food on the table. I'm still trying to do things for my family, for my siblings, for myself. But like what you're saying, being a brother's keeper. If we don't call each other out, yo, guys, you're not even right now after
Exactly.
church. Where we at? What's the
Nice.
location?
You know, Chimosfera already sober, uchi absorb that Holy Spirit that's moving.
Exactly.
Feel the energy, uri sober. Process
Like,
everything, uri sober.
and
It's possible.
I've also, like, especially for me in terms of my mental health,
Yeah.
I would notice when I would garden, I'm gonna call it garden, when I would garden a lot, if I'm not okay, it's going to make that feeling or emotion worse or more intense.
Right.
You know, and I'm actually gonna give you guys some statistics in terms of substance abuse in Zimbabwe. So let me just cross check here. Hansi, around 40% of young people in Zimbabwe drink alcohol regularly, and about 15% use cannabis regularly. And
Yeah.
youth who do drink tend to be like binge drinking.
Okay.
That means you are drinking almost every day.
Yeah.
And studies of youth substance use in studies of youth substance, cannabis is the most commonly used drug. 67% of users, with alcohol and other substances also widespread. This is from UNICEF, Haifa, and Health Times. Nearly 80% of Zimbabweans say drug and substance abuse is widespread in their communities, especially the youth. I'm not gonna sit here and we can't sit here and do this podcast yet. We are seeing our friends fall into addiction. We are seeing our friends achieve and
Yeah,
on
that's true.
substance abuse. But
But
it's
things are
sad.
happening.
Yeah, and a majority of them it's young people. And like look at we were talking about Zim music right now, how the youth I feel like Zim music is doing so much better because
Yeah,
it's a lot of youths that are coming
that
up
are
and
involved. Yeah,
like doing things in the entertainment industry. Imagine if you look at that and if you think how beautiful things are right now, how the industry is looking, imagine
yeah,
Tikato so Batana now and we start working together. We talk about the divided north of Samora and south of Samora.
right.
Imagine the things that we could do if we could all come together instead of focusing on alcohol and these events have shown us that we can bridge that gap. Because
Absolutely.
my vets
Yeah,
get to the
everyone's there. Oh,
so
no.
why don't we use that influence to better ourselves? Like I'm not saying stop. I don't want to say stop drinking because
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Another important thing that I have realized about this whole substance abuse thing is
Yeah.
the unfortunate part is as soon as watora substance, your watora, right?
When you start,
You're not gonna stop. And for a lot of people, until maybe they go to sleep, or let's just say you start midday. Once what that first drink, we all know it's gonna take a lot for you to stop drinking. Now, I need you to pay attention to this. Let's say you started drinking midday. Imagine that all the decisions that you're going to make from
yeah,
midday till the
to
time
the
that you go to bed are going to be
based
under the influence.
influence. Yeah,
Think about the implications of that on your daily life, on a weekly, on a
yeah,
monthly, on a yearly.
yeah,
The impact that has when you make decisions when you're under the influence.
yeah,
Chelsea, my suspects, and guys. So the reason why that resonates so much with me is because I myself found myself in a position where I made a lot of rash decisions,
rational
really under the
decisions.
influence,
Yeah,
and then afterwards, so but then you're back to yourself again. That
yeah,
substance is not there anymore. That euphoria, that temporary high is no longer there. Guess
yeah,
what that does to you? What's that on a hangover? You're gonna spend the whole of Sunday back aching, you're tossing and turning, which
you're
was
sick.
not part of your budget,
Yeah,
and your thinking is not straight. You've lost at least 1.5 days just because of that short spurt of substance indulgence, right? So
yeah,
I guess what you were also saying is, look, let's avoid overindulgence.
yeah.
Another thing,
Overindulgence.
let's avoid making important decisions under the influence. Now, it's important for us to highlight some of the root causes that lead to
Yeah,
people, overindulging in these substances. And things that are included in this list are like unemployment, depression, boredom, peer pressure, trauma, and lack of purpose. And honestly speaking, those are some of the issues that are plaguing the youth here in
yeah.
Zimbabwe
Right
right now.
now.
Unemployment,
Mm.
boredom, you understand? Peer pressure. Have you ever, like here in Zimbabwe, you ask someone, do you drink? And they say no. Have you ever seen the response, Ivan? People are always,
Do
Gara,
you well?
like they make you
That
feel
video. Oh
ridiculous
God,
for
who
not
did that
drinking.
video? Yeah,
Hey,
that chicken. How can you raw dog this country? Who is
who's
sober?
not drinking in this country? I won't lie, it was a funny TikTok. This girl, she was saying that she was looking for a place to stay, and then the landlord was like, "We're looking for a
Sober.
single lady with sober habits."
Yeah.
Then this girl makes a TikTok and she says, "Oh, my landlord in Zimbabwe, it's almost like we are looking for marriage. How can a landlord tell me, Kuti,
I have to be sober
I have
now.
to be sober?
And
Who
I have
in
to be
this country?
single.
Who in this country is not drinking alcohol? Who wants to road dog this country? Which we understand, but at the end of the day, we need to come to a point of reconciliation
Yeah.
and accountability.
But because I don't want people to misinterpret what we're trying
Yeah.
to say.
No, we're not shouting or
Right?
judging. Yeah.
Like, because people say, you guys lived your life, so now why do you want us to, I don't want people to.
Hanzi mapera
Eh,
maona
mapera
kutiudza
maunanga
manje.
zvekuita. No,
Aiwa.
I am a very open-minded person.
Yeah.
I've been exposed to both sides of the coin in terms of life,
Yeah.
right? And now, because maturity, okay, you've gone through real life situations.
True.
And I'm not gonna lie, there's this calmness, guys, there's beauty of going through life with a peaceful, sober mind. Like I'm not even lying. Like there's this relaxation that comes with, look at the beauty. Like just dealing with life is sober sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
It does a lot of things for you. And I'm not saying don't live your life. Live your life. And because we do only live once. Unfortunately, that is the truth.
At
We
the end
do
of the
only
day.
live once. But also in living once, alcohol will forever be there. Parties will. I'm a party aperi. My mother would always tell me, "Mafaro aperi monangu, diwe unopera," and it's so true.
Yeah.
Mafaro aperi.
Let me put you on the spot real quick, Chelsea. Okay. What's one decision that you've made under the influence that you feel like, this was a terrible decision. I didn't have to end up in this situation.
I got a lot of them.
We just finish us with
One?
one only. Yeah, one that you're comfortable with letting us know as well, because
Okay.
Pakashata.
Finding one is so hard, but maybe trying to just like to group them. So in the Munaguchi, I have a very curious mind. I'm very, very curious. I like to explore new things that I'm not used to, which is a good, it can be a bad thing. So because I've got a curious mind now, plus alcohol, bad combination. But
But
no, one example. When I started emceeing, I'm gonna talk about my career. When I started emceeing,
yeah,
I started emceeing setup, like club setup.
Yeah.
So for me, I always felt like for me to perform, I needed to drink, like to be drunk.
All right. That confidence that comes from the.
Yeah. I felt like, oh no, I need to be drunk. So I remember this is one event in Nakambo MC, and guys, the next day when I got home and I was trying to think, how did the event go? I didn't remember 3/4 of the event, and I hated it because
blurry.
It's blurry. I'm trying to remember how did I, and now killing myself with the assumption, like the thoughts like, I hope I was speaking to people, I hope I was doing a good job.
Yeah.
It eats you up. So I think that's one thing. That's one bad habit that I used to do. I would drink before I MC, but now I don't do it anymore because I didn't realize, I actually don't even need alcohol. I'm naturally a performer. It's who I am. I don't need any substance.
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah, I can perform on a stage. 100% sober. Like
absolutely.
So for me, I think that's one big habit that I used to do that I don't do anymore.
Right. That kind of highlights how much the entertainment industry is also plagued by substance abuse.
Yeah.
DJs, artists, but any type of performer, you can imagine how many other artists get that same high confidence feeling after you take a few drinks or shots. Then now you feel like, I can do my mbira or I can do my DJ set. Because I think for another reason why I left DJing temporarily is because of that issue. Every weekend people are just coming to you with drinks, Torama shots. You've got a cup in your hand all the time. Do you know that I got to a point where I couldn't keep up with that lifestyle anymore? Because I know that my Saturdays and Sundays are entirely affected. You're not going to be productive in those 2 days.
Anything.
You're not even going to rest.
Yeah.
Your body, we're getting old, eh? And so your body, my liver, my kidneys, at some point, right now, they're still kicking. I didn't go kick, but there will come a time where you're so slow, and now you don't want to be in a position where you're depending on people to just even stand up.
Yeah.
People end up in positions like that. So those are the type of things that we need to think about. The long-term effects of substance abuse are the type of things that we need to think about right now and consider bringing solutions.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to talk about. We have to focus on the root problem. And the root problem for me, I don't think is drinking.
Yeah.
The root problem is not alcohol, or it's not the drugs being available, but the
Right.
use of them, the
Right.
substance, abusing it. And it's like we did, you briefly mentioned why this happens, and we talked about
Yeah.
unemployment, we talked about um, depression, we talked about a lot of things, stress.
Kashiyat kam kakarukita mafani. Sorry, please don't mind. Thank you.
So we talked about the drivers, not just the symptoms: stress, pressure,
Yeah.
uncertainty, failed expectations, boredom, lack of jobs, opportunities, social influence, and wanting to fit in, emotional pain or avoidance, social norms around weekend drinking. So now we need to, I always say this, find solution to the actual problem.
The root problem. Yeah.
And I think I keep on coming back to this point because I think most of our problems, we really could solve them if we could all just work together. The same way we have this unity when it comes to my events.
Yeah.
Right now, ndika plan event kuna 100.
One over.
So why can't we manipulate that same influence to actually do good? To
Right.
get me? Like, I don't know, man.
No, I totally agree with you, Chelsea. So like what Chelsea is saying, the responsibility is now between us.
Yeah.
For us, Kutitiwi run it. Okay, so what's the plan? If we've got an event, let's make sure we're drinking responsibly, right?
Mhm.
Try your best to avoid drinking and driving.
Yes,
That thing
yes,
is
guys.
killing the youth.
Accident.
You understand? Try and get yourself an in drive. Or and I know, you know what? It sounds repetitive. This is what people have been saying since we were born, before we were born, after we die. Guys, always find yourself someone, the designated driver, who will be surely able to be in a position to drive you guys in a safe
In a safe
environment. You understand?
environment.
Let's reduce the number of drinks. Kana uchizet alright,
Mm,
mangwana ndikuenda kubasa. Kana tomorrow is a Sunday, I need to wake up to go to church, I need to rest. Reduce your drinks. Don't just drink the entire night and then
yeah,
ndakazunguona ndamuka. You
yeah,
understand? That
yeah.
type of thing. So
We do need to
yeah,
learn to be responsible, and not even just about being responsible. The majority of, I think the main reason why a lot of us Zimbabwean youth drink is to deal with things
yeah,
as a coping mechanism. Therapy, there's nothing wrong with therapy. Friendship, not Chico, friendship in Zimbabwe, they offer free consultations. Like if you go on their Instagram,
yeah,
it's for free. So that's not an issue with
yeah,
Chinamari. Aripo, it's free. I just wish we would talk about those things so that people know that you do have such resources available. And
exactly.
but it starts, charity begins at home in our friendship groups. Let's start being honest with one another. And it's kuti munhu atoti ndikunakidza pangachimwadoroka. Let's me, my guy. We
You
can
need
just have a
to,
good time
yeah,
without alcohol. Oh, munhu atoti, for me to be able to sleep, I need to be high or something. Those are like little. If you know you see yourself needing, like, I need this to be able to do A, B, and C.
you've crossed a
You've
very
Yeah, you've
bad line.
crossed
Yeah,
the line there. So I think it starts from home. Our friendship groups, let's start being honest with each other. Let's start calling each other
yeah,
out. Kuti, hey yo, instead pese partner chila pepeka chimbo chila mumbo funga my business here. I know it sounds so,
exactly.
I sound like my mother right now.
And then don't go kura one, baba,
But
right?
it's true. It's
Mm,
true. Like the amount of times we've always said this, and that's one thing that I admire about
yeah,
units, because number one, the main thing is I struggle with expressing myself, and I always feel like you always kind of get what I'm trying to say.
right.
But anyways, most of the times that we hang out, we always talk about like deep things, bro.
Yeah,
Like, have you noticed? Like every time,
yeah,
I'm like,
100%.
even if you are drinking, we are always talking about, bro, how can we better our lives? How can we better
What
our
can be
podcast?
done?
How can we? And I wonder, does everyone do that?
You know, are you doing that with your friends when you
Yeah,
go out, Muriku Cape Diem, Muriku Culture Fest? Are we
yeah.
holding each other accountable?
Even as in a relationship, in terms of like a
Yeah,
relationship with your partner, but ish, babe, life is all about finding a balance.
yeah,
It's
true.
all about finding a balance. Life is so short, guys. So it means the amount of time that we have on this world, on this earth,
Yeah,
is very limited. And you don't want to live 90% of your life under the influence.
under
You're
the
sitting sober.
influence.
Like, just
Yeah,
be in tune with what's going on, with your emotions, with I know I sound crazy.
But
I kind
it's
of sound
true.
crazy, but it's true.
It is true.
We're not saying don't go out, don't cheat, but let's manage it. Let's not let the alcohol manage us. I think we need to find a balance to know how to
Yeah.
manage it.
And on that note, for suspects, right? Thanks for listening to the lecture. We were not lecturing you guys.
Yeah.
But look, it's something that we just had to bring to our attention,
Yeah.
right? In terms of therapy, and this was a lot of therapists, but I don't know if it's a trend, but I've seen a lot of people have been going to my marathons, my 21 kilometer, my 10 kilometer,
That
my
stuff
5
is so
kilometer.
therapeutic.
People are getting involved in things like that, and
Yeah.
it's now it's even becoming a trend. Who knew, right? In
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, that running would become a trend. Those are the type of things that we can now get
Yeah,
involved in.
therapy is not always
Yeah,
going to find a psychiatrist or a counselor and sitting down. Therapy is
go into a club.
things that feed you. Please, when you go to the club, does that feed you?
Oh, oh,
How do you
wait.
feel after night when the bhawa? Does that feed your soul?
You know, I said club just now. I didn't. When I said club, I mean as in join a group, like
Okay.
quit a club.
No, but like in general.
Oh no.
What are the activities that feed your soul?
When you go to the club,
Like what are your general
for me,
activities that feed back into you?
honestly speaking, for me, it's spending time with family. It's spending time on the road, traveling, right? Also hanging out with friends. And to be entirely honest with you, I enjoy spaces where people are communicating ideas. We're sharing ideas. We're coming up with, say, events, brainstorming how we can improve certain projects that we're working on. If you're involved in journalism, speak about journalism. If I'm involved in videography, I'm going to speak about that in a space where people are willing to come together and have a productive, constructive conversation. That stuff brings me alive. What's the one or two things that bring you to that point where you say, yeah, I feel alive?
I'm not going to lie. Every time I hang out with my people,
Yeah.
and we are all just having conversations, we are all happy. That stuff, I find that stuff so therapeutic. Like I
Yeah.
don't enjoy going to the club anymore. In fact, I haven't been enjoying it for a very long
Yeah.
time. But because
Akuchanakidze.
pizza,
Mm.
pressure of going out, I'd always feel like crap the next morning. But when I plan an event with my friends or book an Airbnb, we chill, we eat, we drink, talk, go out, and
Exactly.
music is so loud and I can't even hear what people are saying. I
Mm.
find that so therapeutic. Even taking walks, I've noticed I love taking walks. I also love cooking. Cooking for
Yeah.
people. I love hosting. You guys know I love hosting.
Oh, yes,
I
yes,
love
yes.
hosting my friends, my family, cooking for people. It's really therapeutic. But anyways, guys, to wrap up this conversation,
Yeah.
I think the main focus number one should be health,
Okay.
because health is very, very, very
Your health.
important.
Your health is your wealth.
Essentially, let's not destroy our bodies, because again we have a very limited time. We don't know how long we have.
Yeah.
So when you take care of your health, you know, not okay. Now you start managing. Okay, what type of alcohol am I drinking? I can't just drink everything, Or maybe if you don't even want to drink alcohol at all, then good for you. I'll say good for you. And I think health, and then what's the second thing? I think helping each other find solutions to our problems. Don't ever think with you don't have anything to offer. I refuse to believe that. I think everyone
Please
has
say that
something.
again for the people at the
Yes,
back.
don't believe, Kuti, you don't have anything to offer. I believe each and everyone that was created has something to
give.
offer.
Yeah.
You have something to offer, but you're not going to realize your gifts. You're always under the influence.
Yeah.
Take time to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your thoughts. Figure out who you are, what you like doing, Because sometimes we do things not because you like to do those things, but maybe because you're available.
You see?
That's what you're exposed to, but that doesn't mean that's actually what you like to do. So I feel like we need to all, as a youth, collaborate, come together. Let's help each other find solutions to our problems.
Yeah.
I don't know, what else do you think? What's like your takeaway or giveaway to the people?
To be entirely honest with you, my suspects, I just want to say, look, my suspects, this is a safe environment. We're all facing different situations.
Yeah.
Everybody has their shortcomings. Say we are all fighting what we are fighting, but it's important. Like we always say, let's come back to a point of reconciliation. That it's okay. Titaurane, all right. objective of the targets that we were supposed to hit of this objective, tarwa mangani. Did we hit a 90% success rate? Okay, look, so we've managed the 90%, pasara 10%. Let's fix the 10%, but not with overindulgence in substances and alcoholism. You understand? Because that 10%, you'll be surprised, will then easily what's the word, Yakuti? If you put one bad apple next to 10 other good apples, that one bad apple will pollute all the other apples. So what we're trying to say is, don't let a 10% of failure then affect the rest of the 90% going on in your life. Don't let the 10% of the habits of overindulgence in drugs and alcohol then affect the good side of your character, your productivity, your achievements. Don't let that happen. You know what needs to be done. Massage fix. I hope machines.
And lastly, I just do want to speak to my fellow creatives. I understand how difficult it is to always need to, like, you constantly need to be on a high. You always need to perform, even when you don't feel like performing. And it's tough. It will play with your mind, but don't get lost. I understand how demanding this industry is. I really, really understand it, and how it affects your personal life, because now you're always required to perform. You're always required to be bubbly, to be nice to fans, high energy. So sometimes most of us do kind of, lean into using alcohol, using drugs as a way of keeping up or whatever, maintaining that energy. But if you are a creative, it's in you. It is in your blood.
Believe that.
And once you focus on that gift that you have aggressively, you probably realize you don't even need to drink anything. You don't even need to smoke anything. So
cricket which reminds me, this time Triku Graft and it. We are watching my live updates. We're following the Zim versus West Indies game. I think it was a Thursday. So then my groups Neku Graft. We saw we were about to win. Guess what we said? Nasi Zimbabwe. Any reason to get drunk, Zimbabweans will use it. But it's a random Thursday, and I won't lie to you, we were definitely happy that Zimbabwe won the match against West Indies. So, as I was saying, Tantiru Graft, right? We're following West Indies match, and then so guys, Tirma groups, Tiru Graft, we're saying if Zimbabwe wins this match, Tino Dakwa Chete. Any excuse, any reason to drink, Zimbabweans will take it. I've observed that. But these guys are doing such amazing things, and we are entirely proud of Zimbabwe. They beat West Indies and Australia in just a space of a few days. That's a lot for Zimbabwe. Then they made it to the Super 8. Yeah, they made it to the Super 8, and they played India just recently, but we fell short, and India got beat us, right? But look, we're playing in the same table with West Indies, Sri Lanka, Australia, India.
What are they called?
The Chevrons. They're called the Chevrons. My Chevrons. Big shout out to the Zim cricket team, guys. You've been doing amazing at the T20s. We definitely appreciate that. And on another note, though, for Zimbabwe, this weekend we had the NAMA Awards.
Oh yes,
and I won't lie to you, the NAMA. So on TikTok, you're probably seeing this on TikTok today. There's a lot of controversy. Well, not controversy, but split feelings, mixed feelings about awards. And let me speak about the number one,
the main
issue who affected the Zimbabweans at large. Unfortunately, Comic Elder was nominated for, let me just verify which group it was. Comic Elder was nominated to be the Outstanding Social Media Skits. That was the category for the nomination. Outstanding Social Media Skits. Unfortunately, Comic Elder did not win. Yet everyone was expecting Comic Elder to win. So who won is called Sean Koza, otherwise known as Tokolosh, right? He's the one who won. But Zimbabwe at large.
Which one is Tokolosh?
I've never actually seen Tokoloshi's content myself. But he's the one who...
That already speaks volumes.
Who won, right? Comic Elder.
I'm learning, Kuti, we must not look down on anyone. You know, like winner. He must have put in the work for him to
Oh,
win
absolutely.
that. Yeah.
No.
But Comic Elder, I thought Comic Elder was gonna get that one. I thought that he was gonna get that
Everyone thought
one.
about it, right? And so people are now like, we feel like Comic Elder got robbed. And just honestly speaking, Comic Elder, especially in the year 2025, Comic Elder, that was his year. And
I can play a rap chat in
in 2025. Yeah. So a lot of people were expecting Comic Elder to win, but hey, sometimes we fall short, but that doesn't mean we give up.
That doesn't mean we give up. I mean, and again, I'm learning that it's not about your wins or it's about the impact that you have on people.
Truly.
And our Comic Elder.
No, Comic Elder. I guess, but among the people, no, that guy is a funny. But anyway, but you come a skit guy, tipo beans. Tipo beans. You've seen it. Tipo beans.
Hello, beans. Tipo beans.
Now you know Zimbabweans in what beans means. I mean, you do the math.
I don't know what does beans mean.
My suspects, please tell us what beans means. Because tipo beans. Ayo, you know I'm gonna beans. You know what time it is. Otherwise, another interesting category that went down was the People's Choice, and so the People's Choice involved nominations like Winky D and Jar Praiser. Now, I won't lie to you, for the Jar Praiser and Winky D debate,
25 Gafa.
This definitely puts it causes havoc in that debate.
Me, I'm a Gafa all the way.
Guess who won? Magafa.
25. Better life. Majaka Badeni Neganaizi.
Gafa. People's Choice Award for 2026. It went to Winky D.
But I don't know. Outstanding music video. AI. How can an AI video be that? I think that was the outstanding music video of the year. How can an AI video? Fake love, AI guy.
Okay. I didn't know. I didn't actually know it was an AI video.
AI guy. I don't know how I feel about it because yes, technology is good. AI is helping with certain things, but when it comes to the creative space, it's all about originality. It's all about, like creative space. It's so personal.
Yeah.
Did you get what I mean? Like it's so personal to that artist. Manje, if we are saying video AI do it outstanding music video.
So it's actually interesting that you bring the topic of AI up. Right now, South African amapiano genre is under a very public scope because of the AI music that is being generated. There's one very popular song produced, not produced, but it's called Shuka, or Suka, Suka, right? Suka. And it was sang by Rea Kopane. I hope
he was one who was behind that. Yeah, I heard about that one.
That song is amazing. Everybody loves it, but it was generated with AI. It's not entirely AI, but it was generated with AI. And it is. So people are now split. Kuti, okay, if songs can sound this good, it is just AI. How about people that are actually putting in the hours, the work, who spent years working on production, only to then have an AI song made in 2 minutes?
But again,
topping the charts.
Again, work smarter, not work harder.
Right? It's 2026.
Like AI, especially, I remember we had this conversation with my other friends from radio, like other radio personalities on Radio Day.
Yeah.
And we're talking about AI. Because radio, we do use AI. AI does help. Like even if you want to do my jingles, or just having that structure of your show, if you want to things that can market your show, whatever. AI does really help, in terms of things like that. But
people are just not ready to accept it.
I mean, we're always going to have to accept it, because even if we don't accept it, it's still going to be there.
You're right.
But I think let's separate AI and things like originality.
Okay.
Because if you are using AI You don't know how to sing, you don't know how to nothing. Ungoro akone tune idea kwe song yemsoro wako anditi.
Okay.
Oshanza AI and then you oyisa song yakwe no piece versus someone who has mastered the skill of producing. They have mastered the skill of harmonies or whatever that goes behind making of a song.
Yeah.
How then do we, what scale are we, like, how are we
Okay. What?
saying kuti uyu song is better than uyu?
So Chelazela, you said let's separate AI produced music and music that's produced by someone who actually started
Like,
from
what
the
are we
ground
going
up,
to use
right?
to determine this
Yeah.
is the best production of the year?
Okay, so
To separate an AI produced song and someone who didn't use AI.
so what I've understood from what you've said is let's put at least 2 categories from our awards to say best AI generated music,
Yeah.
and then best natural
Yeah,
organic.
we are on. But also now,
Yeah.
will artists tell us the truth if they didn't use AI?
Those are some of the loopholes that producers could still take advantage of
Because
right
you can
now.
still use it, but
Mhm.
you should decide your own originality or your own vocals and whatever. Use it to edit it and to make it sound better.
I guess there shall be now a search of software that is used to detect AI in songs.
Yeah.
So it's it's nobody's fault kuti AI can make a hit song in 2 minutes when Kabza took 10 years to just produce. Whenever he produces a
Yeah.
song, it becomes a hit instantly.
I don't think there's any, like,
Aisimos.
there's Mosa, yes,
Yeah.
but in terms of being creative comes from you, and for example, if you listen to a song like Kabza, I sent you video ya Kabza, I sent this a cooler box to make a beat.
Right.
Those are the things that we can say, wow, this is
Amazing.
talent. This
Yeah.
is like no gift yake you produce a song yakadai. Like, I feel like, yes, AI is good, but it takes away the originality, how creative you are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. And honestly, we're never going to win this war against AI because whether we like it or not,
AI.
it's still gonna be there. Let's use it to
Yeah.
our advantage.
Yeah.
But like what you're saying, I like that. Kuti having 2 different categories. Kuti in terms of AI produced, whether it's music, video, whatever, we have that. Because also for you to use AI, you need to be smart. Because there's so many songs AI, but there are few that are also like hitting the charts.
Exactly.
So which means even if you're using AI, you could still do a shitty production.
Yeah.
You could do a good job.
And they use prompts. So you put your prompt into the AI software and then put the different nuances that you want in the song, and then the AI will do whatever it does in 2 minutes, and then you've got a hit song.
Yeah, you just need to pay for it. Like, it's so
Damn.
crazy. I remember when I went for a radio workshop here, with this, I keep on forgetting his name. SA radio icon. I keep on forgetting his name. But he actually, we got a radio structure and a radio a segment.
Right.
Nema jingles actual in a space of like 5 minutes.
Imagine
we just
that.
said, hey, AI,
Imagine
whatever
that.
name you give it, can you please create a show on ZFM that's marketable with this, and create a jingle with sounding very African or what, with a male and a female, either make it amapiano, make it house, and it'll do it.
Imagine that. That's what's happening. Pakashata. Speaking of songs, look, we're talking about songs, and we've got to that time, the hit or trash, where we tell you some of the songs that we noticed during the week. Okay, guys, these are not AI, but one of them sounds like AI.
Which one?
Yanaya. It's called Wiatnamati, produced by Yanaya West. For me personally, it's a hit. It's an amapiano song. I wouldn't be able to play it right now, but yeah, Yanaya West.
I listened to it. No, I listened to it. Yanaya, she's killing it.
Definite hit for me personally. My next song is Die by Leo Magos and Junior Sprague. Go look for the song called Die.
Junior Sprague and Leo.
Yeah, Leo Magos together on that song.
Junior Sprague also gave a really good performance. Kumanama.
Oh, that's lovely.
Really, really powerful performance.
Junior Sprague.
My hit to trash.
Give it to us, Chelazela.
You guys know how much. You guys know how much I love K Flow.
Yeah.
1 danda, 2 danda, 3 danda, 4 danda. I was also raw. Come danda say wow badgy. So you 1 danda a day keeps the evil away. 1 spliff a day keeps the evil away. 1 spliff a day.
Please meme this. We need a meme out of this.
But anyways, I think K Flow and that's a hit. That's definitely a hit. Let us know what you guys think, whether it's a hit or trash. K Flow Danda and
we've got Ndie, Leo Magos, Junior Spraga, and then we had Chinamate by Yanaya West.
Yeah.
Go check those songs out, and we shall share our Spotify playlist with you as well. So that you're on, we put you on with
and
what we're listening to.
Soon in this segment, our hit to trash segment, we are gonna start having artists. So we will be having interviews with artists soon. So stay tuned for that.
Right.
Stay tuned for
But
that.
Suspects, we definitely love this episode, and we genuinely feel like it was such an important time for us to have this discussion that we've had. We hope that you've taken something away from it. And listen, if you're thinking about production, please introduce AI into your systems. No, just play around with it.
Yeah,
see what it's like.
I mean, we always need to learn. Hey, you need to learn and better your skills, better your craft, whatever opportunity you have to better yourself and better your craft. Go ahead and do it. But otherwise, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please follow, subscribe, guys. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe and.
We hit 200 subs, guys. But Suspects, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and
you're doing amazing.
Remember, we're open to collaboration. If you guys want to work with us, if you guys want to collaborate with us, please feel free to just pitch yourselves, and we will be down.
My Suspects, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Please have a good day, a good week, and a good month.
Yeah.
Hey, let's have a good time. Pamberi
nemvura.
Chakaenda.
How far you willing to go with my scene? Good Magira, bye.